These are movies to start your year with. So I often find that at the end of each year, we search for some kind of sign, a sense that the next year might be better, kinder, lighter, more forgiving. But life doesn't work that way. It doesn't bend itself to a calendar. It doesn't wait for January to begin anew. It waits for you to decide that you want it to be better. The films I'm about to share with you aren't just stories, they're a mirror held up to you, reflecting someone who, like all of us, needs a reminder that everything will be okay. That even when the weight of life feels too much, there's still room for hope, for change, and for growth. So, this first film will linger on your mind. It's a story about faith, resilience, and the deeply human need to make sense of the chaos around us. It's a film that asks, what do we believe in when everything around us crumbles? What are we willing to carry forward even when the weight of existence seems unbearable? It's about a boy living in a world with the familiar comforts of home and family until everything he knows is ripped away from him. A catastrophe sends his ship to the ocean's depths, leaving him alone, stranded in a lifeboat with a tiger. And as days turn to months, what begins as an overwhelming struggle for life soon turns into a quest for meaning. This film continues to echo within me like a quiet refrain, a meditation on the human spirit's incredible capacity to adapt, to endure, and to seek meaning in the darkest of places. It doesn't demand answers, it invites you to ask your own questions. What does it mean to face the unimaginable? What is the cost of belief? The cost of survival? This is Life of Pi. So the second film is a meditation. It doesn't shout at you, it almost whispers. It doesn't rush a forced resolution. It lets you sit with the discomfort and pushes you to find hope in the quiet moments. There's something uniquely humbling about watching someone rebuild their life from scratch. What happens when life forces you to redefine what it means to be at home? A woman loses everything that once tethered her to the earth. The factory where she worked for years after her husband dies closes down, and she's left with nothing but a van, her name, and a reluctant desire to keep moving. She encounters a community of nomads, people who have chosen to live outside the systems that once defined them. It's a soft, intimate reflection on loss, freedom, and the space between the life that we want and the life that we are given. There's a humility to this story, a recognition that life doesn't owe us anything, and yet, even in its hardest moments, it offers us small, fragile gifts: a sunrise over the desert, a shared meal around a campfire, a fleeting sense of belonging. This is Nomadland. I still feel like people are not talking enough about this third film, which is a crime because it's a thing of beauty. There's nothing like it. It's the equivalent of reading someone's personal diary. This film is for the souls caught between the weight of their own history and the desire to create something new. A young woman is caught between the aftermath of a love that consumed her and the painful realization that she must move forward. And in this journey to search for herself, she turns to her art, to her craft, in an attempt to make sense of the chaos she's experienced. But the understanding she seeks doesn't come easily. The past resists resolution. It lingers, echoing through her work, her relationships, her very sense of self. This film is for the artist within you, the dreamer, the part of you that understands that sometimes the act of creation is the only way to survive. It's the only reason we've made it this far, so use it. This is Souvenir Part 2. The truth is, we all face deep losses every year. The difference between a bad year and a good one is that on the good ones, we find the strength to pick ourselves up after we've lost. You will go through some painful experiences this year, and I am really sorry for that. I really am. But I do hope, I really do, that you find the strength to pick yourself up and to tell yourself that you will be okay. The sky isn't falling, that everything will be fine. The good days will come, and when they do, I want you to hold them tight. I want you to cherish them, because when the bad days come, they will be your strength. They will be your reminder that there are good days, that everything will be fine. Happy New Year. I'll see you around. Take care.